Hello, Motorada World fans, and welcome to another very special MotoGP broadcast we've got for you with another one of the world's fastest motorcycle riders, Danilo Petrucci, now with Tech3 KTM. Danilo, thank you so much for joining us on this one-on-one interview. I think it's going to be exciting.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Danilo, I want to just go back to 2020 quickly. It looked like a very tough season for you. It couldn't have been easy racing in a team where you already knew that you were leaving. Tell us about your 2020.
There's been quite a crazy year. Very, very different from where we are from when we get used to do it. I mean, all the calendar has been changed, and yeah. Also, let's say the rider market has changed, and I think was already a decision made by Ducati at the end of the 2019, and we had for sure. I must be sincere. I mean, I gave all I had in Ducati, but maybe was not enough. And they took this decision to not wait the start of the championship for let's say change the rider. But at the end, it has been a very, very good decision for me because I changed immediately, let's say, the approach. And we immediately found a good position in with KTM. That is, let's say, with this move, Ducati make herself happy and made myself happy because at the end everyone got their best option. I mean, I would like to go to KTM and race with KTM, and now they from Ducati side they have the two best riders for them.
So you've landed the good seat with Tech3 for 2021. You haven't really spent lots of time with the team, but I've seen you've been doing some KTM training. That how are you feeling in this new team? How's the vibe dealing with the staff and everybody in this new team? Is it making you very excited?
After a long time, I felt that I'm important for the factory, and in the past, I was feeling like I need to, let's say, to cover a seat, and I always try to find a good, let's say, a good approach, a good position, but I was never, let's say, the rider who care, who you need to care the most. I mean, I always need to prove my speed, and at the end, with KTM, immediately I found a very, very good environment where I felt immediately that there was the will to work together, and I felt immediately important for them, mostly because I have a 10-year experience in MotoGP, and I won with another bike, and was important for them. Let's say have the opinion of a rider who already ride another bike in the past. So I felt that my presence, my let's say my rider side is important, and also the human side, because they understand immediately that yeah, let me living in a good environment, and let me enjoy what I love the most, let's say racing, and everything I did in my past is important. In fact, one of the thing they immediately say that I have to go back to my roots and enjoy what I'm doing during my day.
They always say a happy rider is a fast rider. So I think that's a very key point. One of the big strengths of the KTM that we've seen is under hard braking, get the bike stopped, get it turned, don't have to carry much corner speed and get out. I think sometimes your riding style maybe looks like that. You like to brake real hard and deep, not carry too much speed, and then get out. Do you think your riding style is going to suit the KTM package?
I hope so. Yeah, because one of the first thing they say that the bike is really stable on braking, and for sure it's not a secret that I always like to brake deep and hard, and this for sure makes me fast, but sometimes makes me put me in some trouble, and especially when like last year I got no support from the rear tire, and so yeah, maybe the bike suits very good to my riding style, but I think the bike is very reliable because from the outside, first of all, they made a big step with Dani Pedrosa. That is not an hard breaker, but he cares mostly the exit of the corner. And in fact, um, they immediately say in KTM that the bike is you can ride the bike in a lot of ways, and also Binder got a unique riding style. He's very fast inside the corner, and he's always wide, never hitting the apex, but the lap time is always very fast. So yeah, Brad is very particular in his riding style, like a Moto3 rider, but with a MotoGP bike, and is you can see only from him this riding style. But this means that the bike can be used in a lot of ways, and it's important.
The Tech3 team and some other satellite MotoGP teams have proven that the gap between factory teams and satellite teams is now closer than ever. Does this motivate you, knowing that you're with a winning team and on a winning bike, that you're not in a factory team, but you're in a team that's capable of winning?
Yeah, it's important, but yeah, it's a thing that already in Ducati they already had it, because the two Pramac bike are the same to the factory bike, and KTM decided this year to put all the four riders in the same technical level. So we have the same bike and the same support, and for sure working with the Tech3 team is a big thing for me, because first of all let's say I always appreciate Hervé Poncharal and all this his family, because you see in the paddock that I still don't know all the team members personally, but you can see that his mechanics, his people are always the same.
Yes.
So it means that Hervé cares a lot about the human side, the thing we were talking about a few minutes ago, and this is important for sure. Yeah, they proved that it's a winning team. But last year they won two races with Miguel, and but for sure I have no doubt that they are on the same level like the factory guys.
So at one stage, we all thought you were going to move to World Superbike with Ducati. How close was that to happening, or was the Tech3 ride on the table throughout the conversation of making the switch?
Has never been a real chance this year to went to World Superbike. I got first an offer from Aprilia, but they were like locked because they got the Iannone thing and they need to wait. So in the meantime, there was this interest from KTM, and I pushed a lot because I really wanted to go there. And I imagine that they want from KTM, they wanted to put me in the Tech3 team because yeah, for sure, when we signed the contract in June, on the last June, we haven't started the championship, but the two factory guys, they got Brad Binder and needs to
Yes.
stay at least 2 years in the factory team because he deserves. He shows that he deserves the factory ride, and also Miguel deserves the factory ride. So it's for me, yeah. The most important thing is that the bike is on the same level, and this is the most important thing, and what I care the most.
In 2020, you managed to win at Le Mans in the wet and tricky conditions. These are conditions that you've always been able to go well in. Why do you think you're able to do so well in these tricky conditions?
Oh, was I don't have a clear answer because I don't know. But I was quite scared when I was in Superstock that I didn't like the rain. I was never happy when I see when I see the rain. But when I joined the MotoGP Championship, my bike was so slow that on the wet was a little bit more easy to stay
Yes.
in front. So I start to enjoy in 2012 when I joined MotoGP, and I start to have a really good result on the wet, and I start to enjoy this kind of riding style that is very soft and very let's say you need to everything is more slow, and you have to be really sensible. Maybe also because I like a lot to ride off-road bikes. Maybe also for this reason is a little help on understand what is going on under your wheels. So maybe for this reason I am quite good under the rain.
I'm glad you mentioned Superstock there, because I remember many years ago going to a Superstock race in Silverstone, and one of my friends and a South African rider, Chris Leeson, was your teammate in Pericini, Kawasaki.
Yeah.
How hard was it making that move from Superstock into MotoGP? And if I had said to you that day, Danilo, in 10 years' time, you will be a two-time MotoGP winner, you wouldn't believe me then.
Yeah, it was at the end was very emotional when they said in mid 2000 end of 2011 that I started that in the Yoda team said that I was his rider, and was like, yeah, very my road racing career has been very short because I started racing in road racing just in 2006, and in 2012 I joined the MotoGP guys. And so from 2006 to 2011, I was like every year I changed the category because I always went in a new class and I won or stay fighting for the victory. So every year I grow up. But then I arrived in MotoGP with no experience, nothing. I didn't know racing bikes, racing tires, the circuit, everything was different. And especially I got the CRT bike with the production engine. So I started I was in the super stock classes, always fighting for the top three. Then in MotoGP, I started to fight for the last three. So it was a big shock for me because when all your life everyone says that you are so good, so fast, then immediately you arrive in a new world and you are so slow. But I always hold hold it very tight. I never gave up, and I always stayed. Uh, Even in difficult moment, you are strong. You can do it. And I even when I say many times I'm not enjoying anymore this world till 2014 that I wanted to quit my career. I always continue to do my work, even if I was last. And at the end, yeah, I sincerely already know at the beginning of my career in MotoGP that I could win a race, but showing to all the world was I need to wait 8 9 years.
Well, no, we were also happy. I love the. I always love the story of a rider coming from super stock, fighting his way, like you said, CRT bike to win a MotoGP the way you did. I think you gave a lot of us and a lot of other riders hope, and that's what makes MotoGP. It's that fairy tale story that we all watch and we think, yeah, even if it's not MotoGP, but there's things in life. If we think we can't do it, we can. If Danilo Petrucci can come from Superstock to win a MotoGP, then I can do anything in life. So it was really brilliant. For 2021, what is your main goal? What is, and we all know you want to go for the title, but what is your main goal to do on the KTM?
First of all, my main goal is to enjoy what I'm doing, enjoying go racing, and for sure stay for a long time in KTM colors. And yeah, maybe my biggest target is to win again a race because just a few riders were capable to win with two different manufacturers, and I want to be one of them. So it's a big thing. First of all, as I said, I want to first of all to enjoy and to enjoy riding my bike and be constantly fast. And yeah, win a race could be the best thing I can do it. Then for sure, I always the target is always to be the fastest, but it's not easy.
Now, your season's not getting off to the best start, not only because of COVID, not being able to test net, but even before, yeah, you had therapy on your neck before you came on this interview. Tell us a bit about the injury and how are you coping with it?
We were unfortunately my crash in carrots test in last July was really nasty. I was scared during the crash and after. But this then I remember the 2 weeks later riding in the same circuit was so difficult because I had the fear to crash again, and I felt always my neck so weak. And at the end of the championship, we went to to some doctors for understanding what is the situation and what we can do. So I stopped for just a month to have training with motocross bike, even because was impossible for me. At the end of the championship, I got so much problem that my right arm was not feeling good. So it was impossible for me to have training with motocross bike. And now in January, we started again with the normal routine. For sure, as I told you, for staying fit when I was young, I just need 2 hours per day. Now I need most of the time all the day, because yeah, I have to do some exercises. I need to warm up very well. I need to cool down, to do a lot of stretching, a lot of therapy. But yeah, now I feel good, and I think I'm quite ready to jump on the bike and see how it is my condition.
Last question for you, Danilo. Who is the toughest guy that you've raced against in MotoGP? That rider who you think, oh no, please just leave me alone and go away. I don't want to race this guy now.
And literally in the last 3-4 years, all the MotoGP riders makes me some problem, because as you see, the last season 9 riders won a race, at least one a race, and I think 15 riders on the podium. So it means that race per race, the challenger are different. But when I start my career in MotoGP, there unfortunately I was at the back of the grid, and at the front guys like Stoner, Pedrosa, Lorenzo were on the top form. And yeah, I would like to fight a little bit more with Casey and Danny in their best form. And for sure I had the chance to battle with Valentino, and he is always very, very strong on braking, and when he is on form, is very, very difficult to beat. Especially he's always a good teacher, because when you follow him during practice or races, even if sometimes is even if when he's slower, maybe because he got an older tire or something like that, you learn always something, because he makes always the most simple thing, but the let's say the most easy thing, but very, very functional to ride. Very, very always fast, simple and fast. The opposite of, for example, of Marquez, that is very, very difficult to beat, because you feel like he's always nearly to crash, but he's always unbelievably fast in some part of the track, or in some condition. So yeah, it's very, very difficult to say one of the let's say fastest rider I fight with, even because it's 10 years and I fight most of the time with every one of them, and I wanted to continue like this and fight with the best guys more and more.
Danilo, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this. I love the honesty. I like to hear that you want to get excited again. I really hope you get excited again. I think the family vibe that you said in the Tech3 team is really going to bring out the best in Danilo Petrucci. I'm a huge fan because of where you came from, what you've made. I think you're going to go really well on the KTM. I love your new orange colors. I think you're going to shine. So please, I hope your neck gets better, and good luck for the testing and good luck for the season. We'll be screaming for you here in South Africa.
Thank you very much. I hope to come in South Africa one day. Will be lovely. A lot of people say it's lovely, and I would like to come there. In the meanwhile, thanks a lot, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, you must come to South Africa. Brad Binder is so fast and strong because he rides on lions and he fights elephants. So you must come.
For this reason.
Thank you, Danilo.
I need to come.
You must come.
Thank you.
When you come here, we'll show you a lion and you can ride some elephants and stuff. It's good.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Ciao, Danilo. Thank you. Hey, all the best.
Bye. Thanks.